part of the world. It ran an African program, of which the US academic Massa Cook was director from 1960 to June 1961. The South African exile Ezekiel Umfalele then took over the helm. The CCF's core aim was to mobilize left-wing thinkers who were non-communists, according to Francis Stoner Saunders, the author of Who Paid the Piper? A detailed study of the CIA and the Cultural Cold War. These figures were designated as a group and non-communist left, NCL, in State Department and intelligence circles. In Latin America, where the Congress for Cultural Freedom subsidizes conferences, magazines and books from 1954, its dominant ethos resembled that of Western European social democracy, with strong anti-communism attached to moderate social reform in a democratic context. We all felt that democratic socialism was the most effective bulwark against totalitarianism, recalled the historian Arthur M. Schlesinger Jr. some years later. Schlesinger knew the CIA origins of the Congress from the outset, explained Stoner Saunders, although he was not an employee of the agency himself. Indeed, a number of CCF members were aware of the CIA connection. In 1966, the budget for the CCF topped $2 million, equivalent to nearly $16.5 million in 2020. In April of that year, a team of correspondents at the New York Times wrote a series of 5 articles on the covert method of the CIA. These articles received little of the public attention that made the revelations published less than a year later, in February 1967. The third article of the series, which started on the front page on 27th April, identified the relationship between the agency and the Congress for Cultural Freedom. There was swift rebuttal. The CCF's leading intellectuals, Robert Oppenheimer, is that what it's pronounced as? I think I know a movie called Oppenheimer. Is it called Oppenheimer or whatever? Anyway, that's the name of that guy, Robert Oppenheimer. John K. Galbraith and Arthur M. Schlesinger insisted that it was a completely independent organization. Still, they did not discuss the source of its funding. So its funds. We've had 2 hours now, so let's take calls now, okay? So we can stop here. We will continue from the CCF denying their CIA connection next time, and that is page 61. Thank you so much for listening, everyone. So now we can leave this out. There are more other organizations at the time that were set up. Remember, 226 organizations were set up by the CIA, okay, to be able to infiltrate so many freedom fighting organizations all over the world, movements, everywhere. Many of them were presented as Africans. So it made it easier for Africans to welcome back these supposed descendants of slaves that were taken from Africa. So it was easier when you see African Americans or you see blacks coming back from France or coming back from all these, colonizers' countries. you automatically just feel like, well, they are our brothers, let's welcome them. And then they were actually agents of the people you are now referring, Oppenheimer is called, I think. Thank you. So the people you now refer to as imperialists, okay? Remember that when the slavery was to happen, they sent the missionaries. They actually sat together in London to plan it, the enslavement of Africa. So they sent the missionaries. Guess who were the missionaries? They were not white people. They were the slaves that have now seen God. So they have to go and bring light. They were to bring light to this dark continent. So they sent our brothers back to us. Okay? And that was how they got the slavery. And the majority of us ended up on further ships. Or prepared us mostly, anyway. No, that's not actually what started slavery per se. What they used slavery for to bring in colonialism. No. They used the supposed freed slaves to bring colonialism. Now, to end colonialism, they brought in other people to present like the descendants of slaves. They brought them back and they said they should bring in imperialism. We have not been lucky. Africans never stood any chance. The whole thing is rigged against us. And this is how they did it. Sorry for keeping you there, man. Hello, sir. How are you?
Yeah, Mr. Mayego.
Good morning, sir. How are you this morning?
Good morning. Depressing, I guess.
You shouldn't be depressed, Baba. I mean, this should be like soul lifting. They help feed the soul with the right info, and they kind of keep your thinking clear too. See, when people begin to ask us, like, how did you get and all of that? This history helps us to understand what we are up against. We are not different from our own forebearers. Today, when all of us decide that we deserve better, now we can have an idea, or in fact, not just have an idea of where the real force of nature will come from. Okay, we should actually understand better why they will come for us. I think that's why the history is.
Yeah, you're right. But the problem is that where are the brave men like those of the old? All these guys are all about money.
Did not stand any chance, Baba. I don't think they stood any chance. How you want to do all this now, right? You are planning to be great country at the continent. You call meeting of your people and so let's discuss that. But yet, there are others with sinister motive. They look like you too, but their job is to derail that. And they did.
Yes, that's what they do. That's what they're doing. The problem is that even the Nigerians themselves, if it come to pushing shop, all these people are beginning to be, might be saying, they'll be saying, if you want to be forgiveness. It's like we are mad in that country. We are mad.
We can't be normal.
We can't be. I don't understand. Oh, okay, what if they start prosecute all those people now? On for 1 year, but be saying, leave them alone. God, ask for forgiveness. God will. What's wrong with us? What's wrong with us?
A lot.
You say people will die. And will say, may soul rest in peace. What soul is resting in peace, for God's sake?
People that were killed. Do you know that they have reported now that in the last 1 year alone, they said that more than 4,500 people have now been reportedly killed under Tiknubu by terrorists alone. Not those who have died not those who have died because they couldn't have money to pay for medical care and all of that too. Sure, you get. There is no figure on that one, but these ones are people killed violently by terrorists in 1 year. Over 4,500. Multiply it by 3. That will be the official. That's the official. But the real figure, multiply that by 3. That's the real figure. We are all just waiting.
But the problem is that
disaster waiting to happen. I keep reminding us.
The problem is that people that stay out there in diaspora, they're supporting all these criminals. You don't believe you. Could give me more, man. Could give me more.
Everybody, Loma carry it here. Or maybe
How
continue to
can you
live in
live in a
denial.
country where there's a light, there's a good road, but you are praising the criminals way back home? What's wrong with us? You don't share Legon.
See, anyway, thank you.
All right, thank you so much,
It's good
Mike.
to hear from you this morning. Okay, so like everyone else, right?
All right.
You can call in and just let out the events. That's why you have this platform. The way you feel about it, the way you want to feel about it, you are welcome. It's a safe place. Idris Bawon. Can you hear me? Hello.
Yes. Hello, sir. Good afternoon, sir, from Nigeria. Yeah.
Good afternoon, Idris. How are you this afternoon?
I'm fine, sir. Fine, sir. And good afternoon to everyone.
Good afternoon.
Yes. Thank you always for the lecturing, because to me, even I had to put in my earpiece to just be listening to everything, and I know that this country, to me, it has I'll just say okay, budget, so I don't even think probably my own generation can solve the issue. I don't think it can get better in my own generation. So it's, imagine the Western world, okay, the UK now. I read from one source that the underground train has been working for the past 18th century, right?
Yes.
And yet, we are still using locomotive here, and even there is still no plan for it for any rail station. So I don't know.
Right, UK is too far. You have chronic criminals in Nigeria who actually hate Nigeria and Nigerians. Do you understand that, right? There are some African countries that are not even bigger than the Western Nigeria put together. African countries, right? Who have a standard running infrastructures, modern infrastructures. They are not dumping locomotive in their country. But for those ones in Nigeria, they hate Nigeria. And people need to understand that your leaders actually hate Nigeria. Their actions and everything shows that they hate you. So you praising them or hoping that praying for them is like praying for people whose only achievement in life is to hate their country. Baba, go on.
You said it right. They hate the country. They don't even mean well for anybody.
No.
They are just for themselves. They are for themselves. Okay, sir. I believe that probably in the evening now you'll bring out the picture, because it's just trending. These are EFCC, the former EFCC chairman that died in Egypt. So if everything is working perfectly well in Nigeria, I don't see anywhere ní quickly báyọ̀, but why people should have ní Nigeria hospital tó yẹ pé Egypt ló ti lọ bẹ́ẹ̀? So I don't
Nigeria is just a graveyard. See, people need to understand some certain things. See, when you see people who are running a country, okay, and they have a chance of this or that, but it's so disorganized, right? That their doctors are abroad. They are this, there, that, right? So when they steal your money, they buy houses abroad. When they need medical care, they go to London, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Germany. When their children need education, they send them to all these places. In order for them to show that they actually hate Nigeria, they ensure that all their children have dual citizenship. Their children are Americans, Canadians, British, your criminal leaders in Nigeria. So what happens is that they take everything they can take from Nigeria. They try to buy another world for themselves and their family elsewhere. But when they die, they want to be buried in Nigeria. You get that? Because Nigeria is just like a graveyard for them. It's unfortunate.
So now today they were giving the final rites for that man, and I saw the picture of this man, the vice president, that's Shetima. I saw Atiku. They were greeting themselves. So it's not take me back to the words of Mr. Adele Farotimi, which says, "Do not die in their work." So Tobanja is none of my concern. Okay, we have one emirate and two emirs. Their fight is none of my concern. It is none of my concern. If revolution will start from there, let it start from there. So to me, I am ready for anything. Look at what happened yesterday, sir. You reported it yesterday. The issue àwọn ọlọ́kadà they collected the okada, the police people. It happened. No, it is not even Yanapaja. It is at Ayobo inward Ipaja Ayobo.
Is it Ipaja? Okay, I see.
Yes, Ipaja. It happened at
police post.
It happened exactly at the Oluwaga bus stop. That particular place is Oluwaga. So
it's true that they were taking their okadas and they just revolted.
They took then, sir. Those police people in that axis, they normally extort and when you're gone, and those people they now bring out vengeance that and so far so good. The state agent they killed some. So can you allow instigate one like that? And see, I am of the opinion that if a revolution will start from there, let it start from there. And that is where I believe that is how NSA started, if not because of the hijacked it. So to me,
yesterday, we were demolishing.
We are all tired. We are all tired.
And they are demolishing houses in Asaba. And the first thing that guy said was, see my house. Oh my, if this revolution won't start now, make it start, I am ready. Oh. They've taken everything in Zadol. I mean, even
we are all tired.
So everybody will have to do something at a time, and you will not be able to pretend anymore.
Yes, now, even everybody now. So no job. The little job. I saw from Lagos State government Facebook that they've employed some people. There's no adverts. They just employ some people. I don't know how countless of times I've gone to Alausa to seek for a job. Position, but if job someone might be by want to employ that one. So what are you telling me? Let us start everything. Everything is the Mr. Melvin, thank you very much.
We'll take care, Idris. Thank you so much.
All right, sir.
Nice one. So whatever is going to happen, we are ready. A lot of people are saying that now. We are ready. I'm gonna make this thing just scatter. And I like that. Okay. So what is going to erupt in Nigeria is going to be spontaneous. I keep believing that. You see that those ones who are protesting over Emir, they are sponsored. Any protest that you see people carry placard, it is sponsored. Can you understand me now? Because you need, when the real thing starts, Baba, you know go carry placard. I have told you this before. Any any public protest they call them whatever it is, any one of them that they are telling you is peaceful, we're just going to do a peaceful this. There is no peaceful revolution. There is no peaceful protest. Protest is that you are angry at something. Telling you to be peaceful is like they are telling you that whether you're angry or not, right? Okay, just walk about. There's nothing your protest will do. Sure, you get any protest or any gathering that they will not ask you. I mean, you are not allowed to protect yourself. Put on a bulletproof vest. You can make them locally. Get yourselves some strong, studded helmets that can prevent any kind of injury to the head. Okay? Get yourselves, what do you call it? It's torchlight, flashlights. Get yourselves face masks. And get yourself whatever you think can be used to disarm anybody pointing gun at you. Do you understand? Whatever you think you can use to disarm anybody pointing gun at you. All right? Then get them too. Don't go and join them. They shout, soli, dari. I have seen that happen many times. But yeah, it is going to be spontaneous. There will be no time to write anything on a placard. Everybody, but overheat everybody, you will be on that street, I swear. And the most you will do is to use your phone to tell the world that we are here, we die here. I do have a caller though. Hello.
Hello, my good.
Hello,
Good morning
sir.
from Canada.
Say that again.
I said good morning from Canada. My name is Faces.
Festus from Canada. Is that you?
Yeah, Faces.
It is Festus.
That's
Okay.
my first. Faces. That is face.
Face tools.
Faces. Faces. Face. That's
Face.
S and S.
Okay.
Faces.
Okay. Then
Like your face.
I grabbed that then. Thank you so much, Baba. And it is the first time we are actually like, talking. So, yeah.
Yeah, this is my first time of calling, but I've been following you for the
Thank you.
issues.
Right.
Yeah.
Please, Baba.
Yeah. Thank you. Moegu, I want to appreciate all you are doing. You know, you have enlightened me more than I even understand about Nigeria. You know, Thank you for your work.
Thank you.
You know, yeah. And one thing I observe about the happenings in Nigeria today is I can see that these colonialists, they have many ways of dealing with us. You know, if for example, we say we master them from this one, they have to shift to another one.
They bring another one.
They bring another one. There's many ways they can deal with us. Now it's terrorism. You know, if I can say what about terrorism in Nigeria today, I would say that it's sponsored from outside Nigeria. You know, I used to ask my friend sometimes, I say, why is it that ISIS, when the ISIS was running amok, I said, how is it that ISIS, the CIA or FBI, they don't know where their weapons are coming from? You know?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Then we later found out that also the creation of the CIA too.
Yes, of course. I believe so. I believe so. Why is it that even their weapons, most countries in Africa or some other countries don't have the kind of weapons they are using, and they will tell me that they don't know where that weapons are coming from. They don't know who is sending that weapon. But if me and you can buy maybe about 10 ammunition or even 100 weapons, they will trust us.
Yes.
But all these guys are receiving weapons in tons, and they're telling us they don't know where this weapon is coming from.
Yeah, but they just bring them, dump them in different deserts all over Africa. Yeah, kill yourself. So kill yourselves.
Of course.
See the story of Congo. This story of Congo that is part of the story I'm reading right now. Yeah, they said they have over 100 airfields in Congo. What are they lifting?
Yeah.
Their resources. What are they dropping for them in Congo? Guns, weapons.
To kill themselves.
Yeah, now.
To kill themselves.
Like, and then when they fly out of Congo, they fly out with all of their resources.
Of course. Like what we are reading this morning, it seems that they have found that this did not start today. From the early colonial days. When we try to find out when we try to monitor to understand one, they shift to the next level. Before they used this tribe and tribe to fight each other. It seems that we are understanding that one now. They shift to terrorism.
We are getting around that already.
Yeah, they shift to terrorism. And if we can understand this terrorism, how they work, they have another way to deal with us again. And I don't know if we're gonna catch up with them and that's that because of our mind.
I know that their influence is so powerful and there's so much money that they have that they could actually influence the greedy, selfish, self-centered Africans to always towards any progressive ideas and just take us to the Stone Age. But when people ask that, does that then mean that we are just doomed? We are done for? The answer is that no, we are not. You see, there's something about how the world, I believe the world work is that, you see, when people are organized in their demand and put force to it, right? They always have to listen. And you know what they do is that they change your deal. To them, all these things to them is deal. we have horrible, horrible, horrible people representing Africa, speaking for Africa. A lot of them. And you see, the moment you are able to kind of get rid of these weak men from these countries. Now, I'm not saying they won't still assert their influence because they have really gone far. And this has been like a century of Cold War, which they have involved us as Africans now, right? But we can change the deal. Look at what is going on in Mali, in Niger, in Burkina Faso. It's not that it's not that they have had the whole way out, but somehow now they are actually having the negotiation, renegotiating the deal that benefits them more. If it remains so, well, their story could be so different from what it has been. But that's my own view, though.
Understandable. When are we gonna do that? Because they have in abundance those that we use. Even in Mali, I think in Burkina Faso, I think it was in Burkina Faso or Mali. That young guy was the other guy. I think.
It's Burkina Faso.
How many times they have tried to? I think Burkina Faso
to assassinate him. That's the battle.
And they're using their people.
But do you know that if they succeed in assassinating him, it's not because Americans are too smart. It's not because the French are so powerful. It's because his own brothers, one of them will have to give way. Somebody has to give